Good morning, wicked friends. Sean and I are here bright and early at Manatee Spring Park in Bradenton. I've been wanting to come out here for a while. It's right on the water. It's a pretty little park. It's right near the historic Manatee Historic Society. I can't remember what that one was called, but I'll let you know because I think we might be going there after here. But this is a spring that kind of goes into the bay, and I'll give you a little bit better of a view of what it looks like where we are. So as you can see, parking was right up here on the left. We walked down this area because they're doing some maintenance. They're doing some yard work and they're running the machines and it's too loud. So anyhow, there's nice little walking trails here. The walking trail actually goes right along the bay. So this is the Manatee River, and you can see up ahead, up beyond this little pier, is the bridge that goes over to like Palmetto Ellington area. But they call this Manatee Spring Park because there's often manatees here. So I don't know if we'll see any or not. I don't know if it is the season for them. I know like different seasons, they kind of like migrate different areas, but we will see. So this is usually where the spring water is, but it doesn't look like there's any water in there right now. It looks like it's pretty empty. As you can see, there's normally water that comes down through here and drains right out into the river. Clean up after your dogs, and pets must be on a leash. So you can bring your pets here for a walk. Just clean up after them. So here is the pier. There's usually people fishing out here. You can fish off of this pier. Let's see if we can see any manatee. We've got a few mangroves here on the left. You can also get a better view of the bridge going over the Manatee River. And out beyond there is the bay. Well, there was something out there. I see where the water is rippling. I don't see any manatee as of right now. They'll usually kind of stay fairly close to the shore, and they'll be in groups usually. Sometimes you'll see dolphins and stuff up here too. So while Sean is taking some pictures, I'm gonna walk back here and just check out the little map and the sign. But as you can see, this is where the spring water usually goes. It usually is through here and goes out to there and drains out. But I don't see any water right now. It's very dry. So they do have some nice little picnic tables. You can bring a picnic. Here is the map, so you kind of know where we are. So this is where we are right here. Here's the Manatee River. Here's the bay, the Tampa Bay area. And so we're in the northern part of the Bradenton area right now. Looks like, is this one of those free little libraries? I think this is a free little library. Yep, this is a little free library. I love these. These are all over the place. I think it's a great idea. I have some books I should bring and drop off, but they have these placards that are depictions of postcards, I believe. They're called Postcards from the Friendly City. And they're just enlarged postcards that kind of talk about geographical areas, local geographical areas. This is the watering hole. And this one is the railroad. So across the street, Old Cabbage Head, I believe that's the name of it, is in the Manatee County historical place where we're gonna go in just a little bit. But that's on across the street, back that way. But I'm disappointed there's no water. There's no water in the spring here. Manatee or sea cows. It's another one, and here's one over here. Freedom seekers. This is, there was a community called Angola where hundreds of freedom seekers built houses, grew crops, and raised families. And then there's one more down here. So this is crate mill. Wooden crates were built at a mill in Old Manatee. The crates were used to ship oranges, celery, tomatoes up north. They're all different letters, but I don't know really what they're standing for. All right, Sean's heading out the pier. I'm gonna head out and meet him. And then we're gonna walk along the trail up the river a little bit. The water is nice and calm today. The sun feels great. I love this time of year. This is like the perfect time of year down here. It's nice and warm, but not too hot. There's usually a nice breeze. I'm just trying to see what that is in the water over there. Is that one of those water turkeys? I think it is.
Just jumped down there.
Yeah, there was stuff jumping out. Oh, there's something over there jumping. I wonder if they're manatees, because I know this is a manatee area. So you might be seeing the bubbles from them. There are some sculptures on that side. We can walk that way on the way back. We're walking the boardwalk on the way out. But on the other side there's like a concrete walkway with some sculptures we can check out. But it is just a beautiful day to come out here today. There's some nice benches all along the way. There was one out at the end of the pier. All along the way there's these little benches where you can sit.
Look at the shells have grown or attached themselves to the mangrove.
Yep. Tree. The water must have been higher.
Oh,
what is it?
There's just little pinfish or whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
A group of them right there.
Yep.
They must have gotten startled.
There's an alligator sitting up there, like a bronze statue of an alligator. I think these are apartment buildings or condos or something like that. Beautiful. They're brand new. This is a really pretty area. And we've got some swings where you can sit here and swing and look out over the bridge and the water.
Tarpon.
Is that a tarpon?
I don't know.
I like the color on it. The color is really pretty, that teal blue.
They might be condos.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're condos. All right, so here's the tower. So we're gonna go up the tower here. It's like the little lookout tower. We're gonna check out what's at the top. This looks like it's all handicap accessible too, because it's all ramps, no stairs. There's the bridge. So we're up at the top of the tower. We have a great view up here. And we're trying to figure out what's in the water down here. You can see straight ahead, there's something in the water. It hasn't moved, so it's probably like a stump of some sort. Great view up here. They did a really good job on this park. This is fairly new. It's only been here maybe a year. And you can continue walking the walkway all the way over to the other side of that bridge. There's actually a splash pad, there's a playground. So yeah, the walking trail goes right along the river here for quite a while. So we walked down to the end of this side of the park, and there's some more swings, and then there looks like there's some private properties along the water here. So the walkway does continue back down to the main road, so I think you can continue to walk that way, but this new park area kind of ends right here. So we are gonna head back and head over to the historic village. There's a bald eagle statue. Here's that blue fish, whatever it is. Is it a tarpon? And then there's another one up here. What is that? Marlin?
Yeah.
Down a little further. This is a nice walking trail. It's nicely paved, easy to walk, great for scooters. We were just saying how this would be a good place to bring Jameson to scooter. We've brought him on the other side, but we've never been down on this side with him.
Last time we brought him on that side, we ended up in the Animal Kingdom that day.
Oh, that's right. We decided it was, I don't know, was a day Sean didn't have to work, and we were like, oh, let's just go to Animal Kingdom for the day.
I think it was right about now, too.
Probably. I could do another Disney trip here soon. There's the sea turtles. And then up here are some waterfowl. But I'm gonna shut the camera off because it's gonna be too loud. Oh wait, no, he's slowing down while we walk by. Yeah, here's the water birds. So just down the road from the Manatee Springs Park where we were is the Manatee Village Historical Park. I think that's what it's called. And it's right where the train is out front. So this is Manatee Village Historical Park. And here is the train, and I think the train was called like Cabbage something.
Is it right on the front?
I think it says over here. Old Cabbage Head. So Old Cabbage Head symbolized the old Manatee and Bradenton communities. So it sits right outside the entrance to the historical village, which is where we're heading next. The Florida Cracker Trail. Hotel Dixie Grand, Bradenton. Yeah, it's a whole village. Yeah. This is the Wiggins store. I think this is where you go in to... I think they have stuff actually for sale in here.
They have a scavenger hunt.
Oh, that's cool. Maps, exhibits, and scavenger hunt in the gift shop. Hi there. Good, thank you.
It is basically a self-guided walkabout.
Okay.
We do have a map there that will help you
Okay.
get a little understanding of all of the buildings. The park is a collection of buildings that were brought to this site from other parts of Manatee County to kind of serve as evidence of what pioneer life was like here in this part of Florida, Manatee County, between 1840 and right before World War I.
Okay. It looks like they have a gift shop. It's not open at the moment, but they have a self-led tour. Florida Stories. There's 2 different ones. So there's some exhibits upstairs. This is Living Off the Land. Oh, I think this is the house that's here. Citrus was obviously a staple in the area. And pine trees. And also sugarcane. So this was a map of the early Manatee settlers from 1843 to 1880. And it shows the names of the different settlers and where they settled. So we are pretty much like right in this area. Yeah, Manatee Ave right there. Braden must have been one of the first settlers. That's what Braden, there's the Braden River. So Braden Town, Bradenton must have been named after the Braden family. All right, so I picked up a few things. We picked up the Village Park map.
Right next door is Boatworks, and now they go there.
Okay. There's also a historical scavenger hunt. And then for kids, there is a activity booklet that they have in there, and it's all free. This is a free place to come. They do take donations. Look at the trough.
Trough for the horses.
Yep. So this is the Fogerty Boatworks. Bat Fogerty Boatworks. See, there's a bunch of those bugs. There's another one there and another one there. So we're heading up to the Boatworks building. Oh yeah. Got some wooden boats, like the wooden boats that they were making at the last place that we went, at the Spanish Point. So this is the boathouse. So it looks like the treasure hunt or the scavenger hunt, each building has something that you look for. So in the Fogerty Boatworks building, we're looking for an anchor and a saw. So let's see, the anchor. Well, I see some saws. Here's the saws up on the wall over here. So there's the saws. And do you see an anchor? Oh, there's the anchor. I see the anchor right over there next to the barrel. All right, so we found the 2 items in the Boatworks building. So next to the Boatworks is the Blacksmith Shop. And this is where people went if they needed horseshoes, nails, and tools. And we are looking for an anvil.
Oh, it's not that hard.
It's right there in the front.
Mm-hmm.
There's the anvil.
That's the only thing you're looking for?
That was it. Pretty simple.
What is this thing?
What's that over here? So this is the turpentine still. Right here. It's where they stored the turpentine. So yeah, they used the turpentine, which was, I'm reading, each section in the little map gives you an explanation of what the item was or what the area was. And this is pine tar and oil, and they were vital for caulking the boats, for sealing up and caulking the wooden boats. So they stored the turpentine in here and made the boats and then sealed the boats up with the turpentine. So this is the Stevens house, but we're gonna go out to the back of the Stevens house, and this is the smoke house. What is this? The smokehouse, syrup kettle, and sugarcane mill. So yeah, this was the mill where they churned up or ground up the sugarcane, and then they took the sugarcane and brought it over to this like kettle. I thought this was the mill, but this is the kettle, and they'd heat this up and they'd turn it into like a syrup. Maybe they used horses and attached a horse, and the horse just ran, or mule or something like that, just went around and churned up the sugarcane. That's pretty cool. And then they used to hang the meats in the building, and they had the meats would just hang in the building. Smoked it. Yep. So this is the Stevens house. Kind of going in the side here. What is this? This is a little bedroom. A little bedroom off the side of the house. And remember how I said all the ceilings are so high? Look how high the ceilings are. They're so high. I think it's because in the summer the heat rises and it keeps the houses cooler. Yeah, they're so high. Here's the kitchen area. Kitchen and dining area with the stove and the little cupboard. Here's their little storage pantry. Kept all their canned goods.
For biscuits, maybe? For cutters?
Yep. Yep. I have a lot of this stuff in my shop. The little biscuit cutters, little pastry, blenders, stoneware bowls, some cast iron pans and enamel pots. It's cool. So yes, this is the kitchen. Here's their little well where they got some water right outside here. And this must have been some sort of a churner for something, or mill for something. Oh yeah, that's one of those ones you're not supposed to touch, I think.
I don't want to touch any of them.
I know, I don't like touching any of them either. Here's their washing basin. Did their laundry out here, and you could hang the laundry up. It's over here. This is another little room. Not sure what this would have been for. This talks about how they moved this house to this area. They moved this house in the 70s. So yeah, this was just, it could have been another little bedroom, or not really sure. But here's another bedroom over here. This is a children's bedroom with lots of toys. Well, here, this must have been like their living area, their living room. They have a nice little fireplace and a organ. I think it's an organ or a piano. Maybe a piano. Little sewing machine. I like the picture on the wall. And there's their spinning wheel. And they had a, what was that called? Not a record player, sonograph? Is that what that was called? I don't know.
Phonograph?
Phonograph?
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Which way do you want to go out?
Yeah, we can go out that way.
You're out. No, we're better off to go. Well.
So this was looks like probably the parents' room. They did have another little bed in their room for maybe a child. There's another little stove. Let's see, what are we supposed to find in our scavenger hunt in here? Let's see. Oh yeah, we found the sugarcane, the settler's house. So we were to find the water pump, which we found outside, the ox yoke, and the sugarcane grinder. We found the sugarcane grinder, but I didn't see the ox yoke yet. The ox yoke is the thing that goes around the ox's. It must have been the ox that. Oh, did you find it? Yep, that's it. That's what they put. That he must have been. He probably plowed the field or whatever and used him for the sugarcane.
They must have had a couple.
Yeah.
That's a tandem.
So here's a little garden. And here's their outhouse. Right here. Gonna look in the outhouse?
Dude, hello?
Ooh, there's somebody in there.
That would scare Jameson.
Oh, that's actually pretty creepy. Couple guys sitting in there going to the bathroom. Yeah, so here's the Potter Barn. Florida farmers in the 1800s and early 1900s built these. Allowed the animals to stay outside year-round. The interior of the barn was used to store seeds, fertilizer, hay, and other farm necessities. There's the barn, and here's a windmill.
Playground for the kids.
Yeah. It is very southern feeling here.
And I literally love these trees.
I do too. I love the southern oak with the Spanish moss.
The old rooster.
Yep,
Or
there's
maybe it's just a hen. Maybe a hen.
Is it a hen?
Yeah, maybe just a hen.
This is the Bunker Hill Schoolhouse. Okay. They're gonna go to the schoolhouse. So we're gonna go over here to the courthouse. Florida's earliest courthouse building. This was built in 1859 to 1860, and it's the oldest remaining building constructed as a county courthouse in the state of Florida. It was built on the original courthouse square at the 15th Street East and 4th Avenue, 2 blocks north of this location. It was moved to this site in December 1975. So here's the courthouse. Are you innocent or are you guilty? I say you're guilty.
I am innocent on all charges.
Guilty as charged. So here is the courthouse. Here's where the jurors would sit, right here, and decide your fate. Yep. Here, the witness stand up here, and the spittoon, so you could spit in the spittoon. And the judge would sit up here. And the scribe maybe next to the judge over there, I don't know.
Yeah,
probably. And then the judge's quarters are probably in the back here.
And that rotisserie thing is how they tell if you're guilty or innocent.
That would
it's
be
like bingo.
That would be ballots for voting, I would think.
Oh. And if they had a fair
Election?
back then.
I don't know. So here's the little courthouse. Are we supposed to find anything on our treasure hunt in here? Oh yes, we're supposed to find the quill pen. Do you see the quill pen? There's the quill pen. I think this scavenger hunt is definitely for kids because it's very easy to find. But there's the quill pen. So here's Junior Junction, the little playground here that kids can play on. It was sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Bradenton. And like I was mentioning before, I'm pretty sure the kids used to play on the old Cabbage Head until they decided it wasn't safe, so they built an actual playground.
Cute little playground.
Yeah, it's cute. It's in the shape of a train, kind of in the back corner of the property. And it's right next to the schoolhouse. So we're gonna go check out the schoolhouse next. So it says that the school days were from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. August through December. And the school year eventually increased to 7, then to 10 months. So it increased in time that they were here.
Remember that school that we went to in Utah? That was cool.
Yes, yep. This one-room schoolhouse was built in 1908. And again, this schoolhouse was moved here. All of these buildings back here were moved to this property so that they could restore them and keep them.
They didn't have super huge fireplaces because it was always hot down here. You know?
Yeah, it was always very warm.
But
Even in the
actually
winter time.
cool in here.
What?
It's actually cool in here.
Yeah, well, that's the high ceilings. I had heard that they do the high ceilings because heat rises and it keeps it cooler in the hot summer months. But I don't think they were in school during the summer months.
Probably just stoked the fire in the morning.
Yeah, probably. They probably needed it in like December and January. But after that, they probably didn't. Here's the schoolhouse. All right, what are we finding in the schoolhouse? We're looking for a slate board. A slate board. I think that's a slate board on the teacher's desk right there. Yeah, slate board.
Isn't the chalkboard a slate board?
No, that's a chalkboard. A slate board is what you used to write on. You'd have, instead of writing on paper, you'd write on a slate board. See, that's her slate board, right
Pretty sure
there.
it's made out of slate too.
Well, probably it's a
Well, maybe
slate
not. It's nailed
chalkboard,
up. It's nailed
but
up.
that's a slate board.
Gotcha. You win. Hey, look at
Yep.
the teacher, Martha King.
Oh yeah, Martha King. There she is. And Sean, you would have been sitting in that chair right up there with the dunce cap on.
Maybe. After I got out of court.
Yes, because you were a naughty kid. So gazebos were built to relax in the shade under the oak trees, and they were also called summer houses. But Americans, or I guess the word gazebo means gaze, so they started calling them gazebos. Americans apparently liked the sound of the word, so it stuck. But here's a gazebo. We have a lot of gazebos up north also. a lot of times in your town center parks, they'd build a gazebo and they'd have band concerts, and bands would play in the gazebo, and everybody would sit out around the gazebo and listen to the band concerts. I remember I used to go to them all the time when I was a kid growing up in Massachusetts. So it's not just a southern thing, it's a northern thing as well. But look at these huge oak trees. They are so pretty. This is a pretty little area, and it is free to come here. So it's a great little place to check out if you're wanting something to do, to learn a little bit about the history of the area, and to just kind of take in old Florida. So this is the church. This is our last stop. It's the 1887 church. Let's go read about it. So it says that they started building this church in 1887, but it was halted because of yellow fever, the yellow fever epidemic. So it didn't finish until 1889. So a lot of lives, like the lives of the pastor and many members of the congregation, were claimed by the yellow fever. It was moved to this Manatee Village Historical Park in 1975. But can you imagine moving this huge building? Oh, is that a magnolia? I'm telling you, I love magnolias. That's a nice southern magnolia. Yeah, it probably is. Southern magnolia. Oh, you can see the brown seed pods. There's the brown seed pods right there. You could take one of those seed pods home and grow yourself a magnolia. All right, let's go into the church. There's a church bell. There's some fans when it got warm.
They took it out?
Yep, they took the bell out. But yeah, there's some fans in a bucket or in a bin for when it got warm in here. And we've got some stained glass windows as well. Me and my stained glass windows. Looks like they have a couple pianos and a couple of organs. So here's one right here. There's another smaller piano back here. And then there's a couple of organs over here. Here must have been the minister or the pastor's quarters.
This is a full loop. I think this is where the bride you get dressed for the bride.
Weddings in Manatee. Yep.
Pretty sure they
Look at the marriage certificate. The old marriage certificate, that's actually really cool.
I look at ceiling fans back then,
No, I'm sure they didn't have ceiling fans.
or that clock. That might have been.
Yeah, added in later. All right, so this is the church.
Did you have to find anything in there?
Oh, I don't know. Let's look and see. We were supposed to look at the Star of Creation, which is it's right up there, the stained glass at the very front of the pulpit. Is that what it's called, pulpit? All right, so we found it. There's a couple of hens over here near the restrooms. There's restrooms outside and inside. So if you want, in the general store where you for where we were when we first went in, there are restrooms there, but then there are also restrooms here. Hello, Mrs. Hen. Hey. Got something to say? Oh, hello. You're a pretty hen. There's another one over here. So there is also a burial grounds across the street, which we can go to. I might just walk over here just to get a picture. But across the street is the Manatee burying ground of 1850. Oh, look at the pretty stained glass dove on this window over here.
They're definitely not as ornate as they are up north with their stained glass, but
yeah, it's Old Sturbridge Village-esque. It's a little later than Old Sturbridge Village. So we are leaving the historic village and we're heading over to Jiggs Landing to see if they have anything to eat. It's kind of not quite lunch, it's kind of in between lunch and breakfast. So, but I know they're open for breakfast, so we're gonna go check that out. So we stopped at Jiggs Landing, which is a fishing pier. They have some cabin rentals. They have a little food area, it's not really a restaurant, it's kind of like an outdoor eating food area. But it's a really fun little place. A lot of times they have live music and events happening here. So this is Jiggs Landing Outpost. Here's one of the Jiggs Landing cabins. They have cabins all along the water. It's almost like a dairy bar. They have food here you can order. Here's their menu.
oh wow.
Ice cream. Oh, this is their.
Can we get that now?
Yeah, I think you can get anything anytime. Pretty sure. So looks like they have hot dogs, kielbasa, burgers. They have a jiggy cheesesteak, quesadillas, tacos. And they have beer and wine and soft drinks. What else do they have? Oh, this is the cabins. You can rent cabins and kayaks and canoes and boats. Yeah, so we ordered our food. They gave us a little buzzer, so we're waiting. But this is where they have live music. You can rent kayaks and canoes. They do have a little boat tour, I think, that you can go on. They have another one of these little free libraries over here. Here's your restrooms. Here's a little free library. Lots of seating, lots of benches. They have a playground. So another nice place to stop for lunch or breakfast. Look at all the dragonflies. Tons of dragonflies. And then we'll walk out and show you the little cabins that they rent. I think there's only like maybe 5 of them, but you can rent a cabin here to stay right on the water. It's very calm and peaceful. Really nice place to check out if you're in the area. So I got a hot dog, which looks delicious. And Sean got the kielbasa. Actually, this looks like kielbasa.
You know what? I think you're right.
That looks like a hot dog.
Yep. Yeah, it's because
yeah. Here, let's swap. Yeah, so that's the hot dog.
I wish I got the hot dog.
I know. The hot dog looks good. So food was good. The hot dog was huge. It was like 2 or 3 hot dogs in one.
Yeah, that was a big hot dog.
Yeah, it was huge. We're just walking out here to the little boat dock area. And I'm pretty sure they do offer boat rides here. Yeah, there is a boat ride that you can do, like a boat tour. So pretty today. See any alligators? I heard that there's alligators here.
Sure there are. Maybe out in the pads out there. Hey.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely is pretty. Those are the little cabins right along the water.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. And the little picnic area.
Probably really pretty sunset.
I'm sure it's beautiful here, especially, you know, nighttime when the lights are all on here. All right, so that's gonna do it for today. We're heading home. Sean's gotta go to work. We'll see you again in the next video. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that little notifications bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And we are off. You wanna say goodbye?